Show.
All right, we are live. We're live. Niner. We'll stop there.
Dirty vagina. It is Thanksgiving Eve. Tomorrow it's turkey time. But right now, we're only thinking with those turkeys in the Bay. We're thinking with the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, I got to mute
Bob
this.
Swede's in the house. Patrick Harms. Love to see it. We'll give it a little bit, see if anybody hops on here on this Thanksgiving Eve.
I bet you Patrick Harms deep fries his turkey.
I'm going to say he's pretty traditional.
Think so? I think he's an oven man.
I look forward to seeing what he thinks. But
the one thing about the oven, you get the smell, you get the aroma in the house. That's probably the best part about doing the oven.
Well, since we started, we lost like 2 viewers, so gotta wait at least wait till we get double digits here.
That wasn't on the agenda. I was just talking a little Thanksgiving talk.
Only all night radio.
If we're gonna keep singing, we're gonna lose a lot more. Oh my God, we're dropping like flies.
The crying. I don't know if that means he does deep fry it or doesn't.
Maybe he's crying over all the viewers we're losing.
Ooh, you know what, Patrick? That does not sound overly horrible. Doesn't sound bad one damn bit.
Really?
Hopefully they're Hungry Men's.
Are they the dinosaur chicken nuggets?
Yeah, big week coming up. Niners 5-5, Vikings 5-5, which we are definitely going to delve into. But a big old week. It's interesting because the Niners really aren't much of a rivalry, but this is a big game. We got to have this one.
Well, I mean, you talk about when you play teams. Sometimes that's when it's key, and we're actually catching the Niners at a bad time. You played them 3-4 weeks ago. That team was a shit show. Now they're starting to turn things around. Looking like the Niners, everybody kind of thought they might be going into the season. They're 5-5. They're on a 2-game win streak. This is by no means a gimme game. This is going to be a battle. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a goddamn bloodbath.
Yeah, this is. I mean, gimme. That's not even close. This is a pretty damn good team.
Put Dirk Diggler's comment up. I'm not even sure what this means.
Hold on, I'm getting there. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm not on the same page. I don't even see it right now. You could be completely topless. I would not know.
Patrick, I got 20 people come to my house tomorrow. Yeah, I got to start cleaning. There's shit everywhere.
Yeah, Lopez has to clean. He's got to cook. Then he's going to clean up. He's going to do the dishes.
And be drunk the whole time. Thank you, Purple Haze. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours as well.
I'm getting there. Hold on.
You got dial up?
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. All right, where are we at?
Put Dirk Diggler's up. I'm not sure what this means.
Had some one bar and Lupicus branded dental dams made. Sending you some to try. Dental dams. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's all.
What's a dental dam?
That's all you have to say. SSM Creation says you can make anything look luxurious, even small. Yeah. Something small is lunchable. I'm surprised they don't make a lunchable Thanksgiving.
Put a little parsley in the corner in your tray there of your lunchable. Looks real
Purple
nice.
Haze. Thank you. I think Lupicus already said that. Patrick Harms doesn't know 20 people. I don't believe that for a second.
Patrick, you come up to 2 Harbors. You come have Thanksgiving with me.
Patrick Harms, I think you'd like to know. I just was going through my 85 Fleer baseball set today, and I gotta say my Roger Clemens is perfectly centered. Perfectly centered.
I think I had that card. I bought it from Collector's Connection.
Eric Davis rookie, not so much, but Roger was looking good. Well, let's just do this. Let's hop into it.
Wait.
Obviously, nobody wants to hang out with us tonight, and that doesn't matter.
Not interested.
It's Thanksgiving Eve, and we're still going to talk Niners, and we're still going to talk Vikings. This is a big time game.
I shunned my family that I haven't seen like in 20 years.
They don't
to do
care.
this, and we got 7 people on. Let's
bit.
do it. So we only got we got 7 people watching, but the first thing on the agenda, we got the bandwagon roll call. Who's hopping on this thing? Who is on it? Were you off the bandwagon? Are you back on now? These Vikings making a run. I know I'm on the bandwagon. I'm gonna pop this radio. I'm on the bandwagon.
Yeah, this is a very intimate episode tonight. So make sure to hit us up in the comments. Everybody's got to be back on the bandwagon by now. I mean, 5-5, not only 2 wins in a row, but 2 huge wins. Chargers, Packers. as of now in the playoffs. If you're not on the bandwagon, shame on you.
Yeah, but I mean, some people might think, this is a team that really shouldn't probably be 5-5. They should have a couple more wins. They still have plenty of issues, and they're a team that has been in every game, but they also have won some games that they're trying to almost lose. So I can see why somebody may not be on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I mean, we keep saying it. It seems like we said this for like the last 3 weeks where, hey, if they win this game, I'm going to be back on it. If we win this game, I might start getting a little excited. Well, we beat the Chargers, we beat the Packers. Niners have won 2 games in a row. One of those is where they completely whooped ass on the Rams, which is a damn good team. So this Niners, I think, is an underrated team. So I hate to say it again, but I'm already got one leg on the bandwagon. But they beat the Niners and get above 500. Shit, my leg, my balls, everything's on the bandwagon.
Hey, we don't want your ball. We want your balls hanging out the back of the bandwagon, dragging in the dirt road. I don't want those stinky ass things on my wagon. Who did the Niners beat besides the Rams? The Rams, I mean, the Rams are a good team, but they've looked like shit lately. I'm not going to say that, it's not a good win by the Niners, but who'd they beat last week? It was
the Niners have some pretty damn good wins under their belt. Let's see here. The thing is, when I look at the Niners scores, they've hung with everybody. It seems like they might have a little bit of Viking-itis to them because they beat the Eagles. They only lost to the Packers by 2. It was a close game with the Cardinals. One of the games, close game with the Cardinals. They beat the Bears. So, I don't know. I mean, they seem to be beating the teams they should, but the good teams they seem to be pretty close with.
And the Vikings, they're probably a good team, really, because they've been in there with every single game. They've played up to the competition. They played down the competition. They will play tough. They will kind of meld to the 49ers, and they'll play this one tough. I expect a physical ball game. A game where there may not be a ton of scoring, but the scoring we get is going to be nice.
I hope so. And also, SSM Creations, you're absolutely right. Deebo Samuel, he was their leading rusher, and we're going to talk about Deebo Samuel because he's fantastic.
And speaking of Deebo Samuel and the 49ers, did your scolding partner ever get back to you today?
No, we had that lined up, and unfortunately things did not pan out. This might be the first time we don't have a scolding with the enemy. We're ready to roll. I was ready to grill him up his ass, but just might not happen.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully hopefully you shun your family and you just do scolding with the enemy instead.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what else we got. So everybody's on the bandwagon or not? No?
I think for a majority, people are on the bandwagon.
All right. So obviously the Vikings are looking much better. You won 2 in a row. You beat 2 very good football teams. The question is now, this team still has issues. What is the biggest issue? Moving forward, what is your biggest concern with Minnesota Vikings? What worries you the most as they prepare for really what is? It's the money run coming up here. You can no other way to put it. This is the money run. You got to either show up or you're done. And what concerns you the most with this team?
Well, this is an easy one. Defensive line as a whole. Tomlinson on the COVID list. Michael Pierce showing really no signs of coming back. We all know that Everson Griffin obviously is going through some stuff, so we don't know if he's even going to come back. We don't know his availability there. So right now our defensive ends are DJ Wanham, Patrick Jones, Eddie Yarbrough, recently re-signed, as we can say, Tayshawn Bauer. So getting to the quarterback is going to be a serious issue. Our defensive tackles right now could be Armon Watts and who? James Lynch. When you look at that defensive line and compare it to other defensive lines, that is a big issue.
Well, I'm looking at it from maybe a step back. I'm zooming out a bit. I'm just going to say the defense in whole.
You can't just say the defense.
No, I'm saying the second half of games. This defense, like you look at the Packers game last week. This is a great microcosm for the entire season. The first half, frustrating Aaron Rodgers, looked confused, looked like he didn't, wasn't expecting what he was seeing. In the second half, they finally started getting rolling. I think they scored on 4 drives. This defense needs to learn how to close guys out, how to close teams out, how to insert their will and finish games. They just keep letting teams come back, tie the game, then you put it on Kirk Cousins' big old ball sack to come back and win this thing in the final seconds. And that formula isn't going to win you. It's not going to get you to playoffs. It's not going to get you a playoff run. This defense has to step up and start shutting teams down, especially late in games, and win these things instead of letting the offense bail them out every single time after having a good first half of games.
Bob Swede likes REO Speedwagon. I can't fight this feeling anymore. I think that's REO Speedwagon.
Yeah, it is. And who doesn't like REO Speedwagon? If you don't like REO Speedwagon, you have no goddamn soul.
Well, I nailed it. Yeah. I mean, you went defense. I mean, still think that's kind of lame and not really overly specific. But yeah, that I guess that fits in with the defensive line.
You want me to share my second one?
I would like anything other than what you said.
It's the offensive line. Look at them last
week. You didn't say offensive line. You might as well say offense. You said defense.
No, offensive line. They got destroyed by the Packers. Christian Darrisaw on his ass. Mason Cole on his ass. These guys are getting plummeted, destroyed, hurt. And to me, the O-line is still a major question mark with this team. It just seems like the five guys are never on the same page every single week. Someone's having a down week. Someone's having a bad game. I don't know if we'll ever see this group just have a great performance from left to right all the way through. There's always seems to be an issue somewhere on this whole line. And to me, that's definitely a concern for the Vikings too.
Well, issue inconsistencies. We saw Zimmer today say that we could see Garrett Bradbury and Mason Cole start, whatever the hell that means. Basically, what I take from that is...
Wait. Are we starting two centers?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Like behind each other?
Mike Zimmer said today that Mason Cole and Garrett Bradbury could both be starting come Sunday, which basically means that Wyatt Davis is even worse than we expected, and means that Ole Udoh might be on the outs and Mason Cole might be at guard. So it's just gross. It's gross all around. We know it's gross. We've talked about it. I'm actually weirdly for it. If they want to try Mason Cole instead of Ole Udoh with Garrett Bradbury, why the hell not? I mean, it can't get overly worse. Garrett Bradbury. What about Mason Cole? And people were tweeting about it, so I'm going to steal it, and it's very true. Is the fact that when Garrett Bradbury gets beat, at least he just kind of lays down and calls it good. At least when Mason Cole gets beat, he gets his ass back up and tries to finish the play.
And that's a great segue to our next topic. Does it even matter right now who plays center for the Vikings? Do you have a preference?
Absolutely.
And
Mason Cole.
Who's your preference?
Mason Cole is my center, and it's exactly why I just said. Garrett Bradbury is going to get beat, and he just calls it quits. Mason Cole gets beat. He at least hops up and tries to make something happen. Mason Cole, younger, cheaper, not a first-round pick, does not have the expectations, does not have the pressure. Bring his ass on. Garrett Bradbury, when they kept showing him on the sidelines last week with his hands crossed, it's the best I've ever seen him.
Like his technique, his blocking, what?
What?
Bradbury, when they show him on the sidelines with his hands crossed. It's just the best you've ever seen him.
Yeah, on the sidelines.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know if it even matters at this point. I mean, Mason Cole wasn't great against the Packers. Bradbury hasn't really been great ever. So I don't know if it really matters. I don't know if it's that much of a really thing to even talk about because he's not going to come back with vengeance, Patrick Harms. It's just not happening.
Hey, you show some respect.
I respect Patrick Harms, but I just think it's Bradbury as a player. I don't think he has that in him. I don't think that's how he's built. I don't think that's how he's wired. And he was supposed to be this guy who's supposed to be a can't miss prospect, great technique, tough. He's not tough. He can't acre. He can get to second level. I'll give him that. But right now, I think the Minnesota Vikings center of the future isn't here.
Not on this roster. SSN Creations, let's hit on this quick because this is very weird. Kenny Willekes was brought off the COVID list last week, even in time for Sunday's game. And I get why they didn't put him on the roster just because it's so close where he came off it. But he's currently on the practice squad. I don't get this. He's not on the active roster. He's on the practice squad. We signed Tayshawn Bauer, and he's still on the practice squad. I'm very confused by that.
Yeah, that's actually horrifying to hear. That's the first I've heard of this. I don't know why he wouldn't be. He
Sounds like I just broke
was
some news.
what was the game before the Ravens? That was it the Cowboys game?
I don't remember.
Anyway, Kenny Wilkes. Last time he was in there, I thought he was one of the best defenders we had. I thought he had a great game. And now you're not going to put him on the active 50. I mean, I'm sure he'll be called up. I'd be shocked if
maybe he's just not tip top. I don't get it. Maybe they don't want to put
maybe
him in the IR, whatever. He's on.
But the way this thing is now, you can do different things with the practice squad. You can massage things, so maybe there's some reason for it. I would be shocked if Kenny Wilkes isn't brought up and not active on Sunday because I know we're. Here's the thing, and we have to be honest about this. We are both Kenny Wilkes fans. We love Kenny Wilkes. We are Kenny Wilkes supporters, and we will probably blindly support him no matter what happens. But the tape doesn't lie. He had a great performance his last time out. And you look at how depleted this D-line is, the defensive end position. Everson Griffin, now his status is going to be up in question. Again, Everson, hope everything's great there. I wish you nothing but the best. But you got to have Kenny Wilkes out there. He proved that he can play. The guy can play. And why he would be on the practice squad right now is completely ball-scratching, head-scratching to me.
Aaron Kindig, your dream is our dream as well. That just appears to be a dream that is not going to happen. For some reason, he must be the worst practice player ever created because when he was coming out of Ohio State, he seemed to be one of those guards that was a day one plug and play. And that is just not happening. And this is on an offensive line that is mildly dog shit in the interior. So whatever the reason is, the dream is over. Maybe next year, not this year.
Yeah, especially now the Vikings are back in competing for a playoff spot. We're not going to see Wyatt Davis. And everybody who wants to see Wyatt Davis, let it go. Just let it go. It ain't going to happen. I wish it would. I still want it to. It's not going to happen. I'm going to let it go myself.
Hercules. Yeah, that dream's over too.
Yeah,
what do we got? What's next?
Well, didn't he just have a tryout with somebody?
I highly
All
doubt
right. There's a question I think we need to ask. Can Justin Jefferson keep up the pace he's been at the last couple of games? Is this something that can sustain throughout the season, throughout the rest of the season, or are teams going to start double teaming him, triple teaming him to take him out of the Vikings equation and make the onus on somebody else?
As long as they keep throwing him the ball, he's proven that he will catch damn near anything thrown his way. So I don't think it's up to Justin Jefferson. I think it's up to the quarterback and the play calling because he's going to make shit happen. I have no doubts about it that he will continue to make big plays and big catches and put up big ass numbers. So there's no doubt in my mind.
But you don't think teams are going to try a scheme to take him out of the Vikings?
I don't think it matters because if they do, they'll throw it to Thielen.
Well, I mean, which might work, but then I think you maybe see KJ Osborne, who has also proven to be a capable receiver. We haven't seen him lately because I think Jefferson's been open making plays. You don't need to feed KJ Osborne if Adam Thielen's there, Justin Jefferson's there, Tyler Conklin's there to make key catches in clutch situations. That is a tongue twister. I don't know. I hope he can. I think teams will probably start scheming for him a little bit harder here moving forward, especially when you get to crunch time to playoff time. But I hope he can. I really hope he can.
And that's why I say, I mean, even if they do start leaning a little more towards Jefferson, I mean, we have the luxury of having a guy like Adam Thielen. We have the luxury of a guy like Tyler Conklin, who's fairly underrated, Dalvin Cook out of the backfield, and KJ Osborne to make some plays. So I love all of our options. And SSM Creations, I like your positive spin here. I love your positive spin. A couple years, maybe we see Wyatt Davis just whooping a little ass.
No, I have no doubt for his future.
Bob Swede, you watch your damn mouth.
Yeah, are you Bob Swede? I want to slap you in the face right now.
Hey, let's just say he's Bob Swede or JJ is, I don't know what's the word, on the has the potential of maybe being half as good as Moss. I don't know what the word is.
I mean, to me, Randy Moss is the best receiver who's played the goddamn game. So that's saying something there.
Let's give JJ a couple more years. But I like Bob Swede. I like his thoughts.
You know, I love to hear Bob Swede's most intimate thoughts sometime. But let's move on. Let's move on. All right, so let's No, before we do that, I think a very important topic needs to come up. I want to know everybody's if Thanksgiving is tomorrow, it's Thanksgiving Eve right now. What is everybody's least favorite Thanksgiving food? Which one do you just, I mean, yeah, like why is this even out here? Why would you put this out here? I'm not eating this shit. No way in hell.
Oh, I got this. This is easy.
I'm just curious if I know we only got like 12 people watching, but I'm curious to see what their opinions are.
This is easy. Can I just say mine right now? I don't know if this is more of an hors d'oeuvre.
Wait, SSM Creations. You know what? I would love to give you my grandmother's stuffing because it is amazing.
SSM Creations, I love you. Like, I actually love you, but that's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
stuffing.
I think it depends on whose stuffing it is. If it's just a stovetop, no. I mean, if you get real good stuffing.
Stovetop stuffing on Thanksgiving. If you've ever been to a Thanksgiving and stovetop stuffing,
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe SSM Creations has. Why else would you?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. They're living the high life. Apple pie, green beans. Yeah. Patrick Harms does not like beer, which is respectful, but I will completely disagree on that. Aaron, he's on my. Yeah, there we go. Plopio used to respect you absolutely. Nasty cranberry crap. Yams are gross. Depends.
Well, it's not the way our sister-in-law makes them.
Well, it's covered in sugar and marshmallows.
Those are good. Those are good.
Mine's easy. Patrick Harms loves beer. Just can't drink anymore, and that's why we love Patrick Harms.
Who doesn't love Patrick Harms? He's a really good guy.
Mine's the random, weird, gross-ass relish tray on the side that has pickles and olives and fucking beets, whatever it is. Nobody likes that thing. Whoever brings that thing probably wasn't invited. Nobody wants them there. They bring a relish tray with just gross ass stuff on it, and nobody eats it. It's disgusting.
I agree that that's not the most popular tray out there, but I do love me some green olives, black olives. My great grandma used to call them crow balls. I do feel like the relish tray may not be the most popular thing at the Thanksgiving dinner, but it's like a required thing. Like it has to be there.
No, it's
like,
not.
It's just not Thanksgiving unless that fucking relish tray.
Nobody wants a relish tray
sitting out there. To me, it's cranberry sauce. I'm just not a cranberry guy. I mean, I could choke down maybe like a cranberry vodka or something like that. Yeah, I will agree. Green bean casserole. Disgusting. Why the hell is green bean casserole out? I agree with you there.
I actually like that quite a bit.
What? No.
Anything with onion straws on top of it has my win.
Green bean casserole gross, but cranberry sauce it's very overrated. I just don't get it. Don't get it one bit.
Well, I'm shocked by SSM Creations. But we will respect his thoughts.
No, you will. I won't.
I'll respect it just because it's SSM Creations and everybody else is fairly on point. Let's get into the Niners.
Let's do it. Let's jump. You got to pee?
Well, SSM. Now, you know what? SSM, I was with you. I was on board. I was giving you you know what? I'm going to give you a pass on this. But corn casserole, the fact that you say that is the way to go, your taste buds are the worst things ever created. I'm not on board with your taste buds right now. Corn casserole, I'd rather eat Lupagus's ass on a Tuesday.
Oh my God. Please, let's show everybody how much you hate
SSM, we're not on the same page here.
No, I didn't even know there was a corn casserole, so I had my first
cream corn casserole
with my in-laws, and then I saw them like, what is this? And they're like, oh, it's corn casserole. I'm like, what? Gross.
All right, let's talk Niners. Let's do it.
Well, let's start with let's just start on a positive note. Let's start with our favorite San Francisco 49er of all time. Of all time.
Let's see some favorite Niners of all time in the comments.
Oh my God, Cook Creations. I used to date her.
Dirk Diggler is dental dams for ass eating.
Dirk Diggler, mine is in one place today. It's the DD, the dental dams.
Like that guy. Favorite 49ers of all time, Jeff Garcia. I mean, there's Chris Borland. I forgot about him. What did he play for a year and a half and retired?
He was so good.
I mean, my mind always goes to those late 80s teams, early 90s. There's been so many damn good 49ers over the years.
JJ Stokes,
what a bust he was. Randy Moss, God, he was a Niner. Right.
Remember who I loved? Remember who I loved in probably the 2002 draft the Niners took? The receiver.
Arnaz Battle.
Name him. You can eat my corn casserole right now.
Arnaz Battle.
No, he wasn't a first round pick. You're a goddamn moron. 6-year-old man. Who else we got? Randy Moss, Roger Craig, Frank Gore. That's a great pick. I was actually thinking Frank Gore myself. Gotta love what Frank Gore has done. Just kind of I don't know, just a guy who did it forever. God, Frank Gore, I think he's still running somewhere. No, absolutely still running somewhere.
Nope.
You just piss on the floor? What's happening? What I just heard was horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Who is your favorite San Francisco 49er of all time? Let's hear some more. Jimmy G. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at best looking 49ers of all time, I think Jimmy Garoppolo was definitely up there. SSM Creations, again, anything you say right now, I can't really take too seriously after what you said about stuffing and your aunt, the cook. I got a couple stories about her. I can tell you that. Chris Dolman, Reuben Foster. Hell yeah, Reuben Foster. Man, too bad he was a bad human, right? I think that was the story with Reuben Foster. Was he drafted by the Niners and went to the Washington team, I believe? Joe Montana.
Yeah, Niners got him and Solomon Thomas or whatever his name was that same year.
The receiver I was talking about.
Reuben Foster, Chris Dolman, Montana. Hell yeah.
Did you think about it? Did you figure out my answer?
Okay, my riddle? 2002 wide receiver.
I don't know. It was early 2000s. Maybe it was 04. It was somewhere 2000 and 2004. Maybe 6. I don't know.
Well, I remember the guy from.
I talked him up big time.
God.
And you know what? He is my favorite 49er of all time.
Benny Lawson, Justin Smith. Yeah, he was. Vikings thought they were going to get him for a while. All right, who's your guy? I'm not.
Rashawn Woods.
Oh, I think that was later in 2006.
I don't think so. I'm going to Google it right now. I wish we had.
What's your favorite Viking or favorite 49er of all time?
Yeah, I don't like 49ers.
49ers are a team I really don't dislike. I mean,
2004, Rashawn Woods.
Huh?
2004.
2004. I go back to their heyday. I mean, easily. I mean, you got guys like Jerry Rice, who, I mean, it's tough not to love, but I'm going Tom Rathman, big old fullback.
I want him too.
Tom Rathman, how anybody cannot love that guy. I mean, he was a coach for he went to the Raiders. Tom Rathman, easy peasy. Might not be the best 49er, but he's the most lovable. Anytime on Tecmo Bowl, anytime in the early 90s when it was 3rd and 2, 4th and 1, Tom Rathman was getting that ball, and he's going to jam that on your damn throat. Patrick Willis is a very good one too, Dirk Diggler. Well done.
Yeah, Patrick Willis, just a steady guy.
Thank you. Mike Zimmer, thank you for joining the show tonight. I appreciate that.
Oh my God, Mike Zimmer is here. Mike Zimmer, we've never said anything bad about you. We love you. I
think his profile picture, he took a selfie. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's really good form, really good smile. Pretty sure he's naked from the waist down. All right, so let's get to know these San Francisco 49ers, the sons of bitches that we're facing this Sunday on the road.
Let's do this. Niners, let me give you a quick, brief overview. Everything I know from the Niners, Steve Bono, he was a Viking. He was a Viking.
Wait, isn't he a new too?
No. So what I get from the Niners, high level, very high level. I think the Niners and Vikings have a lot in common this year. 49ers, both coming off of 2-game winning streaks. They're both 3-5. All of a sudden, they're 3-5. They've got some pretty damn good wins under their belt over the last 2 weeks. Look at some of these Niners games. They seem to be a little bit inconsistent, just like the Vikings. They seem to have some close games, not being able to close the deal. And now we're going into a spot where this will be a big win, whoever gets it, because they're going to be 6-5. Not only 6-5, but continuing to put their big old stamp on getting into the playoffs in the NFC. So while the Niners might not be a team that the Vikings are like overly big rivals with, this is a bigger game than people are making it out to be.
Well, this is a huge game. And like you talk about when you want to play a team, I think you would have wanted to play this team about 4 weeks ago when they're really struggling. Right now, just like the Vikings, they're starting to get things kind of figured out, and things are working for them. Things are rolling for them. They're not. I don't think they're the defense they were when we faced them back in the 2019 divisional playoffs, but there's still some great pieces here. You got Fred Warner, the linebacker. You got obviously Nick Bosa, who's a goddamn stud. Jimmy Ward's playing good football. They got a couple other good pieces in the secondary. This is still a very good defense, and it's going to be tough to put points on the board. Offensive side of the football, you look at Deebo Samuel, and this is a guy who can do anything. They let him run the football. They line him up outside. He is going to be somebody you have to know where he is every single snap of the football. Dangerous player, a player I wish we would have drafted. Deebo Samuel, a guy, I don't know how you not like him. I mean, just being a fan of football. I mean, he's just a player. He's just a goddamn playmaker. Brandon Ayuk, a guy you didn't want to sleep on, not having a great season, and kind of a guy who is, I don't think he's being underused by the San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, you got George Kittle as well. I believe, is it Mitch? Who's going to be the running back this week? That's kind of the question. Is it Wilson? Is it Mitchell? Who's going to be active, ready to roll?
Mitchell, if he's ready to go, I mean, he was limited today. He is definitely their big boy, but it appears it doesn't really matter who's running the ball for them. The 49ers offense seems to be pretty creative as far as they're not going to let you know what the hell they're doing when they line up, whether it's a pass, whether it's a rush. So while I'm sure they're hoping Mitchell's going to play, I don't think that's going to be a deciding factor. They just got some very, very good players. That cornerback, is it Mosley? Very underrated guy. They also have Josh Norman, who is I'm going to say he's kind of the Bashaud Breeland of the 49ers. It seems like he's having a little bit of a rough year, so I hope they throw to him early and often. And let's not forget about their left tackle, Trent Williams.
Dude, Silverback.
No, he's
the Silverback.
He's amazing. He is shutting down everybody. I look forward to seeing Trent Williams shut down whoever the hell our right defensive end is. And also on the other side, when it comes to Brian O'Neill, you already mentioned Bosa. That will be another big one to watch because Bosa's got 10 sacks on the season. I fully expect him to get at least 1 sack, but hopefully Brian O'Neill can keep him in check. But yes, Tim Voss, Deebo Samuel is terrifying. Whether it's out of the backfield, last week he led them in rushing, and also when you look at his just box scores week to week, receiving, that's horrifying. Deebo Samuel, I mean, he is one of those guys. We look at Vikings players like Eric Kendricks, Harrison Smith, guys that just are completely underrated. Deebo Samuel, he is their guy. He does not get the love he should because he's going to be a nightmare.
He's so damn good, and they use him in so many ways. He's just, again, if I'm out there, I'm just going to put somebody on Deebo Samuel every single time. I don't know who it is. If it's a secondary guy, if it's a linebacker, I don't know, but you got to know where this guy is every single time. He's just, I mean, I think it's because his name is Deebo. He's just so good.
Friday, good movie.
There's a Deebo on Friday.
Oh my God! All right, you better move on quick. That's
I've only seen it a couple times.
Oh my God!
All right. So how do the Minnesota Vikings go on the road, go way out west, go to basically what is the Oregon Trail, get dysentery, and beat the San Francisco 49ers and get to that 6-5 mark? How does it happen?
It's gonna be tough because when you look at this team, I mean, Dalvin Cook, it doesn't seem like we did, but we did play the 49ers last year, and we kind of got made fools out of. They kind of they kind of made it look silly. Dalvin Cook had like 10 rushes for 18 yards. Kirk Cousins didn't have his best game. Jimmy Garoppolo looked damn good. So I think the way they win this game is do what they've been doing, is just not really giving any Fs whatsoever. Kirk Cousins has to come out slinging. 49ers have the third best pass defense in the league. You look very complex right now. Can I help you?
Did we play them last year?
I'm pretty sure we did. If you want, I can wait for you to look it up.
I'm Googling right now. You keep talking. Keep going.
So I think Kirk Cousins needs to come out slinging. I mean, it's easy to say, but we have to continue to go down the route where we're playing with our balls out, and Kirk Cousins, and Jefferson have shown that works out very, very well. Whether it's we need to go after whoever Norman is on, basically. Do you believe me yet, or?
I'm still looking.
All right. What do you think it's going to take?
No, I think you got it. I think it comes down to pressuring their quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo has made mistakes in the past. He will make mistakes. You can rattle this guy. You can get in his head. You can scare him. You can force errors on Jimmy G. Yes, he may be the best goddamn looking quarterback in the NFL. You might have dreams about him that confuse your sexuality. You're not sure really if you're straight or if you're not anymore looking at this guy, but he can make mistakes. He will make mistakes. You pressure him. He could be the thing that turns this entire thing over. So, to me, that's how you win this game, really. You confuse Jimmy G. He makes some turnovers that swing this thing, and I think that's how you win the game on the road.
And, yes, we played the Niners 2 years ago. Way off.
Thank you. I didn't think it was last year.
I was way off. I mean, it was years off here.
I mean, you're close.
Same team. Yeah, they can't give up on Dalvin. They gotta pound this thing. What the Niners have proven over the last handful of weeks is they're not letting people run on them. And the other thing is, and the other teams, they can run on whoever. Even against the Rams, you got Aaron Donald in the middle, did not matter. They ripped them apart. So that is very scary. We got Tomlinson out. We got our defensive line that is already very, very suspect as it is. So whoever is running the ball, like I said before, it doesn't matter if their main guy's out. They're gonna get yards on the ground.
No, they will. That's what they do. It's the 49ers way. I also think you got to figure out a way to contain Deebo Samuel. I mean, this guy's been off the charts the last couple of weeks. Again, double him. You always spying him, no matter where he lines up. Always know where he's at. Because he can kill you and he will kill you, and he's a huge weapon for this offense. And then, I mean, George Kittle too. He's another guy you always got to be aware of and be ready for and ready to stop. But it's going to be a physical ball game. I don't think this is going to be a lot of points in this game. I think it's going to be a game that overall.
I think you've said that for like the last 3 weeks.
I know, but I really feel
every game is like 80 points a week.
I just don't see it. This one, I think
he doesn't see it. He does not see it.
I think if this game combines for over 35 points, I'll be surprised.
I think there's gonna be a lot of points. I think that's the only way right now the Vikings can win. Their defense, while I'd love to say it's gonna be fantastic, their offense is gonna have to just absolutely go balls to the wall. That's the only way they're going to win. So I actually do see a handful of points scored in this game. I know defenses, both of these guys were pretty damn good, but there's going to be a lot of points. I can't get around it.
I don't think so. You didn't even know when we played them last. So I don't believe anything
you said last week it was going to be like 13-9. So
I was wrong.
What else you got?
I'm a man, and I'll admit it. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Made a mistake.
Should.
And I did. All right, so that's the way. I mean, really, I think the Vikings, you force Jimmy G into some mistakes. You have a strong run game. You can limit the big plays by Deebo. You can go on the road. You can win this thing. And it's hard. It's hard to go out west and play this game, play this team, this physical team. But they just went out west and they beat the Chargers. So the Vikings do have a little bit going for them in that department.
Well, I'll tell you this. The 49ers at home this year are 1-4.
That makes my parts tingle in a good way.
1-4.
In a very good way.
Jimmy Garoppolo, you know, his stats might not be there, but I think he's having a little bit more of a sneakier season, just like a Kirk Cousins. I don't think he's getting the love. I think he's missed a couple games, right? But his stats are actually pretty good. He's Jimmy Garoppolo.
He sucks.
I don't think he sucks. I just don't think he gets the love that he probably deserves.
He doesn't deserve anything other than, like, he doesn't deserve luck or love. He deserves lust because he's so good looking.
I thought he had I'll have to look it up.
He's ridiculously good looking is what he is.
All right,
it's time.
We've gotten that from you. We got it.
It is time. It is time for bold predictions. I need to quit thinking about Jimmy G because I am going in a very dark place right now. Let's get your bold predictions. Hop on. One bar. Show them the link.
Yeah, let's see some bold predictions for this game. We'd love to see them. Big game, huge game, a lot bigger game than anybody's really leading up to.
And maybe we need to talk about that more. This is a huge game for both of these teams. The whole entire NFL is wide open, right? The Vikings right now are sitting on the edge of the playoff spot. The Niners are a team that's kind of coming back into things as well, coming back into relevance. So this is a huge game for both these teams. It's not a season definer by any means, but the team that goes in 6-5 is going to be sitting very pretty for the next. I hate this fucking schedule. What, 6 more games to go?
Well, I mean, it's just a huge game because this would be 3 in a row, and whoever wins this game gets over 500. That's a huge ass deal, and we got SSM Creations waiting. The man who does not like stuffing.
I don't know if I have the right to show my face anymore.
You're good.
Show it.
You go with it.
You're
go with it.
Looking at Jimmy G. There he is. He's making my face.
Anyway, my bold prediction is we're gonna hold Deebo Samuel under 100 scrimmage yards.
At this point, that is very bold.
That's a big win, is what that is.
Not my boldest prediction, but I think I'll roll with that
pretty
one.
Bold. I love it. SSM, you have one hell of a Thanksgiving.
You as well.
SSM.
Thank you.
Nothing but love, man. SSM. What a guy. One of the.
Look at that.
Oh, we know that guy. Hell yeah.
Sorry, I'm laying down. I took the whole keep your skull in your hole a little too serious, so I'm in some pain.
You use lube?
So I haven't heard the whole show, then in and out. So I don't know if it's already been discussed, but my bold prediction of this game is not going to come down to the last 2 minutes of the game. It's going to be decided with more than 5 minutes left in the game.
Love it.
And the Vikings win.
That is very bold.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see that. What do you got going on in your shoulder? Let's see that tattoo.
What's that?
What do you got on your shoulder? Your tattoo.
I have all cartoons.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
God. Patrick Harms. Well done, sir.
Yeah, what a guy.
Love it.
Guys.
Hey, you enjoy those TV dinners stacked up tomorrow. You cut them off.
Any bold prediction that consists of the Vikings not having to worry over the last 5 minutes is bolder than bold.
It's super bold. I mean, it's just the way it's gone this year. It's crazy.
And unfortunately, I mean, I'd love to agree with Patrick Harms, but this is a game that I think I mean, if all the games I could look at of all the rosters and the guys we got to go against, this is going to be the one that comes down to the end.
Well, I mean, we both agree. Points are going to be hard to come by in this game. Be very low scoring.
Yeah, it's forever. All right, what's your bold prediction, Lupagus?
Why don't you go first? I'm still massaging mine.
Well, 49ers, third in the league for against the pass, giving up 202 yards a game. I think Justin Jefferson will beat that 202 by himself, and that's it. That's my whole prediction. It's easy. I think Justin Jefferson. I think they're going to continue to throw him the ball, and I think he's going to continue to put up big yards, and they're going to make that pass defense look damn silly.
So he's going to get over 202 yards receiving? Is that what your bold prediction was?
Absolutely, it is.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm going to say Minnesota Vikings defense forces the San Francisco 49ers into 4 turnovers, 3 of those being interceptions by Jimmy G, being confused by Mike Zimmer. his defense, not knowing what's coming at him. And we turned 2 of those into scores. So my bold prediction is very complex. It's like a 4-pager.
I like it.
Four turnovers, three interceptions, 2 of those being scores. Minnesota Vikings end up rolling in this one.
Wow. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I love everything about it. Somebody thinks you're going to drink more gravy than anybody in the world, which is accurate. He probably will.
It's funny that you mentioned that because our Patreon video this week might be comparing Vikings to Thanksgiving foods.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing Patreon real soon. You will be seeing that
probably next.
Yeah, probably next. So check that out. Well, that's pretty much it. Make sure to join us after the game, live, post game. Those are always the best videos. We'll be coming hot and heavy over the next handful of days as well. With our daily videos. So check it out.
Well, and if you haven't subscribed to our Patreon yet, do it because you will get a Christmas card sent to you in the mail with love. Maybe a couple of my chest hairs will be in the envelope. I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Anything's fair game. Anything is fair game. Last Patreon deserves an Emmy, says Derek Digler. I'm going to put up the link because hold on. I remember it and really messing up.
You don't remember it?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. One bar was at the local landing before this, playing skee ball, having probably a nice cheese wheel with Maitland.
Bob Sweet, happy Turkey Day. Yes, be sure to hit up this link right there, $2 a month. Christmas card. Tomorrow we're doing Vikings where we're going to compare them to Thanksgiving side meals. So be sure to check that out. That is worth $2 right there.
Oh, it's going to be something. It's going to be fantastic. Again, everybody, happy Thanksgiving to everyone, each and you and yours. What do they say? I don't know how you say that. I mean, we're in the holiday season, and I'm feeling merry, and I can't wait. I can't wait to put my mouth on some turkey tomorrow. So excited. Everybody. Yeah, could have been anything at this point. Steve Tompkins, what a guy. While you guys are thinking with the turkey, remember this. Maybe don't pass on the onions this year because eating onions can lower cholesterol and reduce your chance of stroke and developing various types of cancer.